Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we're gonna be playing a game called The Park. This is the start of a new series I'm doing called One Random Game. So I'm just gonna play a random game every Monday. And this continue game part, it don't let me press it. See, I'm pressing X on it. It's not letting me play it, so yeah, I'm just gonna start the game now.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Oh, by the way, all I know about this game is that you're just in an amusement park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Oh, I was just about to ask if we're the lady or the child.
Attention patrons, the park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Atlantic Island Park, a tribute to the untamed heart of Solomon Island and the people who used their talents to bring the dream of Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all of those who follow after. Dedicated the first day of May 1977, James B. Longley. Okay then. Where do we have to go? Oh, I think I have to go here. Yep.
What?
What's happening?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park.
Wait,
I'll
what?
unlock the gates for you.
Wait for Mommy, Callum!
Come on, this way!
Callum, I told you to wait in the car!
This way!
I can't walk
There's
up.
something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
What's wrong with the light? What's happening?
Oh God. The park.
I can run now.
What happened here?
Where did he go?
You can't catch me.
Alright, come
Stop,
here.
Callum!
He better not go in there. Okay, you didn't. Good.
Stop! Callum! Wait for Mommy! Callum?
What is... Examine
I
shoe.
think this belongs to Callum.
What is this? It's staring at me.
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad the Chipmunk welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Chad can be seen in daily ice sculpting shows in the following locations: 11 a.m. Sideshow Alley, 1 p.m. the Octatron, 3 p.m. Park entrance. Graffiti. Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass.
I wonder what this is.
Purchase the land on Solomon Island for a pittance, I might add. Whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals, just a mention of his name had people slamming doors and locking shutters. From the moment I arrived on the island, my lawyers had arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this island, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter with a curse carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did terrible dark things. The land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have a great vision from this place, and the will to see that vision through to the very end. Atlantic Island Park, the name is perfect, and I cannot imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. I think I have to go in here.
Callum, stay where you are!
Oh, it's obviously in there.
Come on, Mommy.
Callum, where'd you go? Come back.
Why'd she say come back
Where
like
are
that?
you?
Who's talking? Why is the sensitivity so low? It's still low? Oh. There we go.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel,
Hansel
and
and
a
Gretel.
girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite
I was getting the
or
name mixed
suck.
up with something else.
What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you fool.
Oh,
Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to
what
weep.
is that there?
Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets. The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day.
Don't look at me like that.
Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods.
What
When
is
their
this?
father leaves them, the children wait a while,
That Chad.
then follow the
It
trail
is?
back to their parents' house.
Shouldn't have said that about him at the statue.
After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again.
What's happening?
Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days. The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them.
Why does it
of
feel
their
like this is
cruel
stopping?
mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed.
Oh,
Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked. And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
Why'd they make it look like that? What the? Don't look at me like that. Music just stopped. Oh, okay. What's this?
Another accident. This place.
Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduced what was needed from the band writings of Archie Henderson. It's astonishing to think that a resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in his place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon I will know if this has all been for nothing. Okay, so wait, isn't that his teddy bear?
Callum!
Wait, what? There's a knife in the teddy bear's eye?
Callum!
I swear I just heard someone whisper. Ah, goodbye.
Hello? Where are you?
There's something over there.
Come out, sweetie. This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy. The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Eyewitness report. Atlantic Island Park incident. Officer on duty, Sheriff F. Bannerman. Witness name, Creed Norman. Statement. We were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice cream carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice, and at first we thought he was making some animal and tiger or lion, but as more and more ice fell away, when you first look, it was like a human face smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite right about the proportions, something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster, like you were prey, and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up, and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then he went berserk. He went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of these teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing with the ice pick, and blood was spraying on, and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids, and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball of one of those poor kids had landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more and less alive. Oh my gosh. So that's the reason why Chad is acting like this.
I can't get on while it's moving.
I stopped now, I think. Yep. Why is he going so fast? Yep, knew someone would be in there. would be in there. What is that? He's not in there anymore. Oh.
Oh, I remember this.
Why do they both look so angry? I think I have to go this
Treachery
way.
hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
What is this? Bumper cars?
Constant crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
I bet when I get on one of the cars, someone's gonna be in there. Can I not get on the cars? Why is it just a random car with lights? What was this over here? I saw something here. Oh. Dissuade them. They have sent an inspector to investigate the accidents at the park. I've given him the grand tour and spoken about all of our safety upgrades, but he seems unconvinced. In this case, the park itself is working against me. This doorman has become more and more intractable the more time he spends in the park. I've offered to pay for his stay in the Overlook Hotel and not to get him out of here. It seems to have made him even more paranoid. I don't think this man is going to allow my park to stay open. This is a disaster for my ultimate goals. What's that sound? Oh. Where do I have to go then? Do I have to go in here? Oh. Why do I have to read so much? Didn't even let me read that. Okay. Didn't even let me read that. What?
Callum! Tell Mommy where you are! It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
She needs to chill. And another page. Continually delayed by the incompetence of the builders. The problem is that they are locals, and so they believe a lot of the rumors about what Old Man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that is why other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here, it makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that Old Man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plans that I'm missing. But what do you mean by connections with the Brooklyn crowd? What are those sounds? Why do I just go super fast now?
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Don and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Don was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale.
That's not a nice word. I knew someone would be in there. It's the same one from the Octatron.
Stay where you are!
What was that? That nearly hit me.
Please, Callum, tell me where you are!
Don't do it, Mommy.
What?
Callum? Tell Mommy where you are!
Mommy, he's watching you.
Where did you go?
Don't touch it.
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, they're me want to
Oh
vomit.
my
My
god.
angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. People, you give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping, feeding them, little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until we all
Chill out.
go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It served the little abandon him.
What's wrong with this lady?
I always wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
I don't think you want to ride it now. I think we have to.
What do you want?
We need to talk about Callum.
What do
Oh,
you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
his hand is one
Where is
finger.
Callum?
The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Why is he so skinny?
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
Don't call me that. He gone. What is happening? What? Finally, I get a
The
flashlight.
witch awaits.
Can't I pick that up? I want to pick up the axe.
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers.
What?
I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can save him. And there will be pain.
What was that?
But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why.
Oh.
The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
Cotton candy corpse leaves sour taste. In Park goes mouth by How Laurel. Yesterday evening, visitors to Atlantic Island Park were shocked and horrified by the discovery of a dismembered corpse by the cotton candy stand. According to the local authorities, the corpse has yet to be identified. However, they have confirmed that the remains appear to be those of a child. Oh my gosh. The corpse was discovered by a group of teenagers from Innsmouth Academy who noticed a pair of ravens tugging in at something just out of sight behind the shack. Nathaniel Winter, the owner of Atlantic Island Park, has released the following statement: It is a true tragedy when something this occurs, especially in a place that was designed to bring forth happiness and joy. The staff of Atlantic Island Park offer their condolence to the family and friends of the victim, and will cooperate fully with authorities to help bring this case to rest. The Solomon Chronicle will provide daily updates on the story going forward. So am I trapped in here? What do I do? What's this? Yeah, no. Do I have to go in there? Oh no. Think I do.
Who did this to him?
I knew something was gonna be behind me. What? When did these get here? Why does that keep happening? Oh.
These are mine.
You guys, my recording stopped, but I don't know why, so just carry on the game from here. Oh. Don't believe anything they tell you. Fear the bogeyman. Stop picking your nose, then. After you better off than you were 4 years ago. Reagan 80. Oh. What do you want? Oh. Turn around. Why do you want me to turn around? Oh, that's right. They're going flying.
Don't touch me.
Forgive me, Callum.
I already read that. Don't look at me.
Don't leave me here, Callum. Okay, no.
What's happening? It's because of the pills. Why would you take them?
The park is a collage of contradictions all of its own. Millions of people die every year in car crashes, and the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears, while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. What secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the
Oh. This place is so dark.
Don't leave me!
How did I get scared by that? Oh. Where did that go? Alright, that's creepy. This guy's big. Yeah, he's obviously down there. What? Was I supposed to come in here? I don't think I was. What's in here? Nothing. Oh. It's this thing again. I knew that I was gonna get up, but it still scared me. Someone's gonna pop up here. Oh, maybe not.
One little duck went out one day.
No, don't walk back, come here. What did he even say? That's locked. Oh, something different now.
Don't make me
Finally.
get it. Stories are told again and again, and from their shape we build our understanding of the world. Two children are led into the woods. They are lost for a time, but then are captured by an old witch. The child goes missing in Atlantic Island Park. He wanders lost for a time before finding his way into the mouth of an old witch. In the oldest version of this story, the mother and the witch were the same person. I never wanted to be the witch, but I am, aren't I?
My gosh. Kids broke in today. It has been so long since I heard laughter. So very long. I took one of them. I couldn't help myself. It was so fast that others didn't notice. I liked hearing him laugh. this boy from the academy, I put him on a slab. I tickled him until he couldn't breathe. My machine came to life, wiring in time to his gasps and shrieks. I think this is delightful. The change wrought in me. The change wrought in me by the machine is not yet complete. There must be another child I can lay on my slab. You might be talking about Callum.
Callum? 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 Callum?
Wait, what? He was talking about Callum. Obviously Chad's there. Wait, what? Yeah. No. My gosh.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.